at 6:30. Knock and start this meeting so that we can get over to reasonable hour. First one up is we have a petition for 100 Grove Street. Craig Richardson, welcome. You want to just tell us what you'd like to tell the board what you'd like to do? We're very informal here. We all have sets of the permit application and the plan in front of us.
So this is my wife Anita. So we would like to add an addition to the left side of the house for like an art studio. And that would be on the north side, so it's kind of preferred. And it's also would be set back because we have to kind of have a setback from the septic system, of course, and then fit this in. And just the way the topography works and the way the lot line angles back towards the left. Obviously, the house itself is about 31 feet from the setback, which the setback is 30 feet. But as we extend this addition out, the length we would like it to be, we encroach and get close to about a 14-foot setback. And it's up against the historic town cemetery that's there.
Yeah, quiet neighbors.
Very quiet.
I bet none of them showed up to complain to them.
So Halloween.
Well, 11 years ago, we did move in on Halloween.
Did you really?
We figured if anything's gonna happen,
That's
it's gonna.
appropriate.
That's the old cemetery in town I know of. So it's a neat place. It's a nice road. And your thing is just positioned so far back. It's nice to be away from the road. But that's why you're encroaching on the back.
Correct.
But we are specifically allowed to take into account where your septic system is and topography. So those are two of the things that ring the bell as to why we can grant a very interesting. Is this going to be a commercial operation or just
No, just for our own use.
Because that was one of the questions I had. I'm going to turn it over to the board right away. Yes, sir.
I noticed from the Google view, there appears to be trees at least overhanging where you want to put it. I don't have to show on the plan. Is that true? Will there be any need to demolish trees so that there's a corner here?
So we are going to get arborist out to look at the trees. Pretty much all those trees are on the town property. So we do want to make sure before we embark on this that if there's any diseased trees or trees that should be trimmed or removed, we'd want to know that. And again, if they're on the town property, then we'd have to coordinate with the town on that. But ideally, we just do some trimming and not have to take any trees down.
Okay, but because part of what's behind the question is I measured this distance at about 110 feet. Michael, is there any buffering regulation on this zone?
For
Tree buffer between the property and the cemetery.
there's no requirement for tree buffering.
Okay, just wanted to check. Thank
So
you.
we can ask that a line of shrubbery or outright or something we put in there. We can ask for that.
I'm not so concerned. 110 feet is fine. And if they take down a couple of trees on their land. Just wanted to check.
FYI, the head of the DPW is the tree board.
Okay.
So goes to him. Michael or Eric, is
Any comments from the cemetery commission?
is there any concerns been brought forth by neighbors?
The folks were notified, but I would, because you were asking about commission. The town, I believe, was notified because the town is in a butter, and I know that notifications went out, correct? Did we get the green cards?
No, we did not get them. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll defer to the chair if there are audience members, anybody present to speak.
We know if the notice went to the town, would it go to the cemetery commission?
No, not necessarily. If you'd like to get input from the cemetery commission, we can absolutely do that. You have time. That's the public hearing deadline.
And you want to say
I'm constructive grant approval deadline.
She can
So,
yeah.
So we got the like.
I wonder if we could do it.
Through the chair, I do know that the historical commission, funny enough, not the cemetery commission, is applying for funding for this town meeting to do tree trimming and tree removal within that cemetery.
That makes complete sense.
I mean, I'd be curious about that. Both from the historical commission. I'm not really concerned about. See, but I thought we should have the opportunity.
I didn't hear, had that been brought to the cemetery commission or no? Your proposed addition, has this been brought, has anybody mentioned to the cemetery commission? Where they're your butters?
Well, again, the notices went out to the
Okay,
town.
we haven't heard.
No, what I was saying is that would have been through me, is to
Oh, okay.
extend it to the cemetery commission. I have not done that. It's not our typical protocol, but for sure, if you would like that information and continue it in order to make a decision, you can continue it to the next hearing date and I can get that, any response from them. The town would have been notified, so it likely would have either come to our office or the town manager's office.
I'm not really concerned about this.
Sorry. Yeah, are you looking to break ground right away, or can we put this off 1 month to get input from those 2 boards?
And then what is there an appeal period afterwards?
20 days.
Well, again, we'd like to get started before the winter, but yeah, if in fact you need some additional feedback, then that wouldn't be a problem.
But I, having built stuff myself, hey, when you can't break ground, when you break the ground in November.
Can it be a contingency or?
Just have one question. Do you have a floor plan or elevations of which
Not with me, no.
are there?
There will be for the building permit, sure.
It's not designed there.
It's being designed as we speak.
2 story, 1 story.
It's 1 story.
This, Gentlemen, your thoughts?
We have at least of the 30 feet. What are we actually looking, how close we actually? planning on
About
getting?
14 feet at the closest corner.
Would you guys be comfortable if we, and I'm not gonna say that they will, but you want to give them 1 month to put input if they don't care and don't mind. I myself would tend to just throw in either a stockade fence or some sort of natural fence. But either one, if you put the fence in before they trim the trees, break the fence, which one after.
So what do you, I mean, I'm
just trying to casually get their feel. I'm not the board, it's what they want. That's my favorite line, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to feel if there's a strong passion to get the other boards involved, or if remediation is sufficient that we can move forward with just remediation. That's what I'm just trying to do, a casual conversation. I respect Eric tremendously. He's like my go-to guy on the law, so I'm not going to offend him.
So I haven't experienced this in Upton, but I have seen turf wars in other towns. That were something, other board has property, but they don't like this done. I think it would be better just to, give them a month.
Give them a
They
month.
don't necessarily need you back. A month to weigh in if they want to. And
Well, why don't you, since they seem to be okay with that, why don't you make a motion for, actually, do we have to get them to ask for a continuance, or can we make a motion for it?
You don't need agreement at this point because you are within the statutory timeframes. So you can just continue it to the next.
Yeah, we have a certain amount of time we're allowed to make a decision on it. I usually like things pretty quick, but the next one definitely shows that it's not working. You want to make a motion for us to hold off on the decision till next month, and we'll try to like, if they don't give us a response, we're just gonna go forward with it. Your thing is not in any form of danger because of this, it's still your property. We do have the right to work around, to make, to take into account where the septic system.
Before we do, Mr. Chairman, I will be here next month. I hope we'll be the only one. But there's still be a quorum. I will be here. If everybody else will, that's fine.
We fortunately, we are blessed with some alternates that we haven't had in a long time. So I want to say thank you for both. All right, once you make, is that way, are you comfortable with a motion like that? Everybody else comfortable with a motion like that?
I actually have one other question.
Yep.
On the questions in the review memo, and says applicant shows on the plan is living in Hopkinton. See that
Written on
the review memo?
Yeah, I saw that too.
yeah, on the top right, it just says Scott Richardson and Anita Sandberg, 239 South Street, Hopkinton.
That's our office location.
All right, okay,
All right,
perfect.
Right, then I will move that we leave this hearing until the next meeting, so we can solicit input from the cemetery commission and.
All right, all in favor?
Michael Gill, aye.
Russell, I.
Williams, aye.
I'll be like,
There you go. Excellent. And don't think that this is, in danger because it's, he is right that they should get that chance, but if they don't take it, that's their problem.
Did you ask if there were any letters?
I did.
Okay. Just making sure I saw two for.
Oh, I do
Well, maybe
too.
that's-
Butters, do
no.
you have any questions?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I thought I did.
Our neighbors are here.
Okay.
I am fine with him.
Yeah.
But I wanna make sure it's next to me. And I wanna just making just a fence between me and you. Because it's when you on the top, in the hill, we don't have any privacy together. I put it the fence in front, but in back too. You can do that. Because when you build this area, not in the front.
So that was
But I am fine.
That was my mistake for not asking you, so I want to apologize for that. It's something I religiously try to do. Are you to the north or south? Are you on to the south? This side of town of where they?
This area.
Next to the
They're the house to the left of ours.
98.
98.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, we don't
If you
want
need a Mike's review, you can see.
the
where-
building.
No, it's a nice map. Yes. So you were looking for,
So the new project is very close to our land. It's like very stick together. So we would like to
Just a fence.
yeah,
Fence.
just build the fence.
Because I do in future, it's a like playground for my kids for this area.
Any project we
For
can do
future.
in future, we don't think about it right now. But
um,
we need to make a privacy area,
Mhm.
like a fence or anything you can determine.
we sometimes require fences or shrubbery along the fence line to give privacy, block light. It doesn't do much for noise though. We're going to, because we can continue, I made the mistake of not asking your opinion, so again, I apologize. I think I'll walk out there, make sure, and I want to put my eyeballs on what your concern is, make sure I actually see what your concerns is. That may be something we add in. I'm a big fan of a living fence, or even some sort of stockade fence. It may not be the whole, I mean, you've got a 400-foot line there. I would doubt that we would, I can't speak for the board, but I would doubt that we would. You know, if you're way in the back. What we did on the church property, Gabriel's, is we actually went and looked at the neighbor's house where their windows were. And we made sure that we had a planting between their windows and the church sign. So that from their windows, they could not see the big church sign for St. Gabriel. It's done very strategically, but it enhanced the area. But it also didn't cost, you know, well, I'm sure that's more than 100 yards.
Yeah, I think, again, we have the addition staked out as well.
Yep.
So there's basically, you really don't even, you can't even see their house from this property, from where it's proposed. But again, you know, if
Would
you,
you be around this week? I can pop over at some point. Just take a peek.
I'm always outside.
Yeah, she'll be.
Just don't come on the short, the shot if I'm not there.
Yeah.
And I'll just take a peek at it.
Sure,
Usually the board sometimes would just do a drive-by.
sure.
Yeah, and
You're all
again-
welcome.
Yeah, and again, it'll kind of give you an idea of what we're backing up to against the cemetery too, because
Yeah.
most of the graves are pretty far away from our abutting line.
So that's of all the cemeteries in town, that is probably the least visited, widest. No, I don't even think half the town knows it's there.
Yeah. They're doing some maintenance on it though. They are repairing a few of the stones and keeping it cleaned up pretty nicely. So,
All right, well, we'll revisit this next week, next month, take a look out. I promise you, I'll at least a set of eyes on it, I'll report back to the board when I see. Is that technically a side setback or a front setback? Because it's a weird shape.
Yeah, that's a good question. I would call that, I think it's appropriately noted as a rear setback.
rear setback.
Which is.
Did you get, I know I had the building commissioner look at it, but did you just discuss with him that specific question, the building commissioner?
So it's all, when we built the house, it was identified as a rear setback.
To the cemetery or to them?
No, on their side, it's a side setback, so that's a 20-foot
Which is,
setback.
okay, so 20-foot setback, okay.
But the rear lot is a 30-foot setback.
Rear is 30, which is what they're seeking the relief
Right.
from. I think Old Milford Lane, it's not a road, it's abandoned.
Right.
So that would not qualify, it wouldn't qualify as frontage, I don't believe, so it also wouldn't qualify as front yard setbacks. That would be, I think, probably more appropriately noted on the plan as a 20-foot setback, but that's not what's in question. So is the 30-foot setback is what is actually in question. And that seems to be noted appropriately.
So just so you know, because he's not violating the setback on your side, I don't speak for the board, I speak for myself. If he's not violating setback on your side, I'm less likely to make him do something that's more expensive. Most neighbors are smart enough, I'm good neighbors, they'll plant a row of something in there. Being a good neighbor is well worth the investment. But, you know, it's not going to be a 10-foot stockade fence for 400 feet. Anyways, we really shouldn't have even had that discussion once we took the meeting, the vote. But I was my screw up and not passed.
I would suggest that the board just vote again to continue.
Okay,
I mean,
great.
it was everybody who was here, and there's nobody on line.
Okay, all right.
We don't mind it for the building.
Okay,
Don't mind.
well, thank you.
Yeah, but we would like to just build a fence for privacy. That's it.
Is your concern that you want to build in the future? Is that what you mentioned, that you think you might do something else?
We
in the
didn't
backyard?
think about it.
Think about
Yeah.
this. Right
Yeah,
now.
Just right now, you're looking.
yeah.
People like,
Maybe in future.
If you would like to walk in the woods, so where is our privacy? So there is no privacy right now.
with a 20-foot setback, it's not a lot of privacy on the side yard setbacks. Even the 30-foot in the back is not a lot. That's what I am. I don't know what you have for your side setback.
Side setback. Oh, my, yeah, those are old buildings. on my
Negative
property, like
12.
On the sides. Yeah, right along.
Right on the lines. Okay, let's just do that vote again. Yes.
Yeah, there, Russ.
And I,
Right.
no, you had not this time, yeah, because we have a full board. All right, thank you for coming, and I'll get my eyes on that and look at the concerns. And thank you. I hope this doesn't delay it too much, but we really should.
Sure, no, it'd be good to have you come out to
Yeah,
take a look, yeah.
yeah, and it's great when it's staked out, makes it a lot easier.
Thank you.
I didn't hear the original motion, that was the,
October. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, and Karen, for coming tonight. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
33 Milford Street.
through the chair, the applicant sent us, surveyed plans, just for the meeting tonight.
That's 2 weeks.
Oh, but they took it off? Yeah, one.
Yeah, they have a copy of
Someone
them.
was very nice and did that for us.
And
The very first one is surveyed, and then the second page would be graph and I did to view the fence line and also some of the planting, give an idea what we plan to do.
So some pines in front. So-
So close to the road.
It's hard to
That's what we're
tell.
designing.
But just as a, Mike, while we're just looking through this, did you have any luck with Kevin on brewery, or is he still want to go forward?
No luck with the brewery. That'll still be on for, town meeting. The planning board chair wanted to still consider the zoning change aspect of it.
Allow for it, but,
Yeah.
but Kevin's not us. Kevin's going forward with 28 too.
I don't know what he's actually going forward with yet, but
Yeah.
Just-
Barely.
not the brewery.
As a little side note, yeah. I don't know how much you hang around town hall, but anyways. We've been talking about that the property next door could very well be developed. Ironically, Mr. Henderson, who is friends with Kevin and also a fellow contractor, he and I had a conversation while I was helping the church fix their sign. He was telling me that Kevin told him, they have family there, that Kevin is planning on, at this point in time, going forward with plans for 28 townhouses. But it's basically, according to Mike, it looks more like an apartment building.
Well, this board will likely have a chance to see whatever the plans are, so I refrain from getting into too much detail and.
Just know that, like, how do you know something's gonna happen? You'll notice that there's the black stakes are up and the hays are up, the hay bale, what do you call that too? Wattle, that's the name for it. The hay wattle is already being placed. So it's looking to me like something, you don't spend money on that stuff, because it literally rots away. So you put it in there and you're gonna do something, so. I'm assuming if you would know better.
Well, the something that is probably more pressing is getting infrastructure onto the property,
Yes,
because the town is actively putting infrastructure into the
Yeah.
road, right? So
yeah, the town's gonna put a small sewer substation there.
not on that property, but nearby.
Right, yeah, right. Just up a bit. I believe it's gonna have, for the density he's looking for, I believe it's gonna- which some of us cringe at. I mean, just how laborious those 40Bs are. They're just. Huh? That is the best response. Oh my God. So, if they're upset about the split and a half, wait till that comes barreling through town. But that is, hearsay. Yes. What was funny was the librarian was telling me this, and I was like, I hadn't heard anything, and then I happened to have a conversation with Dick Henderson like the next day. Oh, okay, the librarian's better connected than the town. The boards are. Anyways. Should we, I think want to refer to you, sir. I see you've got the plans. Thank you for getting that done.
Before we do that, I just want, I printed this in my office, and we have it. The red didn't come out on the one that Helen printed.
Yeah, this one here, yep. Yeah, with the fences.
So you can see it on that plan.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, there's, pass that down. There's a, yeah, it's barely on ours, but it does show it. It says 6-foot fence. There's a naval board on 2 sides. But it isn't.
Yeah, it's a 6-foot scratch on it.
Yeah.
Just for the basic. it's just houses.
That's obviously proposed, right? 'Cause it's not there. It's a
Yes.
6 proposed, that's.
Yeah, I've called my vendors regarding to the fence, because we were discussing, last meeting was discussing doing an 8-foot fence.
Mhm.
But when we went to the site and do some measurements, the elevation is so high that it's going to turn into probably 10 feet or so.
Yeah.
So you can't really see. So I reduced the size to a 6-foot fence.
Yeah, because there's quite a little. Only
That's slope,
right up,
that's
but
slope.
you don't want it to look even worse.
Right.
And my understanding is that the bottom 2 floors have been sheet rock, upper floor is not yet sheet rock.
Correct.
So that, you know, they didn't want to take that risk, which is obviously. All right. Bob, I know that this was something that you had were very strongly for, so I just wanted to give you a chance to take a look at that. That can be off on. Be that driver's seat.
So in the plan with the plantings, it appears there are going to be more plantings in the back of the property.
No, sir. Anything that's in the front that has a bold lines, is the new.
Is the new.
No. Anything that's in the back is already existing. Towards the left of the property, there are trees and other vegetations that the neighbor, whoever's working on that site, he did remove some of the trees, but there's still trees there that separates those 2 lots. And on the right side, there are fence and some small trees and vegetations that I don't see a reason why we should do anything on that side, but at least on the front, we'll be able to camouflage that building a little better.
So can I just confirm, when we were talking with the neighbors last month, we were talking about, Bill, you talked about arborvitae and other ways of shielding it from the neighbors. Is these 2 birch trees supposed to be that shielding that we talked about last month? You've got the 2 mature birch trees you're going to build a plant, sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
The screening for the neighbors that we talked about last week doesn't appear here. 2 birch trees do appear here. Is that supposed to be the screening?
And the
Yes,
fencing.
along the fence, right?
And
Yeah.
and the fence.
Just, that's,
Trees in the fence.
And there are 4 shrubs.
yes.
Do you know what types of shrubs?
So we wanted to do, discussing with a couple of people, is we wanted to do something that doesn't grow that much, but at least just spreads out no more than 3 feet. And then we'll probably put some flowers or anything on the second part of the.
Yeah.
I know I'm focusing.
I'm saying.
The thing is, last month I was imagining a dense fence of Hillside arborvitae or anything similar, but now we have 2 birch trees. That's
Plus the
which
fence
is not
behind
what
it.
I imagine, but I'm not saying it's bad.
Maybe 3 trees.
I actually prefer to see some deciduous trees there. Will that provide the screening we were relying on last month?
We could add the pines, more pines. And just want to do some thin pines in front of it.
Right.
So
That's what I'm saying.
So that existing.
in the front. Look at it.
That's these 2 little guys, because they're right in front of you.
Correct. So the only shading is, only differentiation height is going to be fence.
Yeah.
Is the fence being proposed a stockade fence, a split rail
Like a
fence?
vinyl fence.
White vinyl, six,
White
six
vinyl,
foot,
6 foot
so it'd be
fence.
solid.
So you're never gonna see those shrubs, because
No.
Well, it's dropped up in front.
just a corner.
There is
Yeah. No, you're right.
There's,
Right.
there's,
Yeah, no.
it's not close to this, but if we can do the couple along that way, right along this fence line, I think that will cut the height down. The fence will cut the bottom off, and eventually the tree will cut, the trees will cut the top off. That makes sense?
It makes sense. Sorry, well, I'm on about the screening, the existing tree that was just there in the photo. And it showed as an existing tree at the front of the property, will that stay in place? Yeah, that's, it's actually 2 trees, but
Yeah, so the ones we're proposing is roughly with this 4-foot fences right now.
yeah.
And we will put something on that side to hide that corner of the
Yeah.
road.
Well, so thumbnail, basically it's for, like if you're putting.
Yeah, just more. Right.
Really good trees, it's like 30.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking. So this deck here, existing tree, must be that. So that's about 25 feet. That's about. Well, that's still, that's the edge
Oh,
of the
22
stairs.
feet, yeah, the 22 foot.
Okay, so that's 22 feet. So if you came off here, not quite that much, it's another one here.
You're not thinking of removing the existing tree.
No.
It's almost like,
The tree that we're seeing in Street View, is that still there? I'm not seeing it on these pictures.
Oh.
Okay.
it looks like a tree.
Okay.
That's what we put in.
Completely,
the
I got
bigger
trees.
birch tree.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that.
Those 2 trees are right there.
I've been having tree issues. These 2 birches seem close to the house. I assume we've had arborists and engineers to say they were for that.
Because if those are.
So those 2 trees still there?
It's so it's not.
These pictures that we've got, look
They're
like
gone. They're
Yeah,
gone.
they're gone.
Yeah, those trees are gone. But what a lovely structure that was.
Was.
No, it just, that should have been burnt.
Bill, can I say something?
Yep.
I thought at our last meeting, the board required a professional landscape plan. You know, this-
No, we specifically said it. You don't have to.
maybe a plan that has a little more specificity. That's why all the questions are coming up.
Well, one thing Bob just suggested here was it basically, look, so let's see, try to summarize it, like a corner. If you want a big tree to really cut down the height of it, is you can't give it like 5 feet. Big oak or something like that, it will cover like 30 feet. Look at the beautiful one. Beautiful house there. But what Bob is suggesting is a tree here, right about here, another one here, and then one right here, so that you get like a corner. 3 more trees. So the 6 feet fence at the bottom will cut the bottom of the house off. And long term, the tree, will cut the 3 trees he's suggesting will cut the top half off. Does that make sense?
in addition to the ones.
In addition to what he's got, 3 more.
How high are the trees going to be when they're planted?
Well, if we specify like a red oak, should be a honking tree.
But it takes years.
It does.
Yeah, it takes years. And if it doesn't take, well, then it's gonna take even longer.
Most everything you transplant is gonna be like this big around.
Right, you can specify it's going to be 2 inch or 3 inch or 4 inch. And that will dictate.
How many years it takes to get there?
Well, as far as when you're buying the tree, right? When you're buying the tree, it's always based on just because of the tree.
Best time to plant a tree is the fall,
Okay.
because if you plant it in the spring, it's gross. Stuff like that. So the best time is right up. So open hunting, we ran out of work, sold off the landscape. we did one street, where we planted 140 trees. You can see it.
Oh, here you go. This is really recent. This is last month, August 12th, 2025.
Those trees are long since gone, yeah.
You specified birch trees, which apparently grow pretty fast, right?
Yes.
91 to 3 feet every year. It says here.
Birch trees are nice, they just have a hard time surviving.
These sort of trees.
It's birch, and it's gonna be getting worse with warmer temperatures.
They like a lot of water.
A lot of water,
So
and there's a lot of beetles, things that keep them in harsh winters.
I'm not sure there's room for big maples in that front yard. You look at, it's only like about 15 feet.
And these were,
They're substantial. Yeah,
those
you know
were
what they could
substantial
be.
trees there.
All right, all right. So guys, what do you think? We take Bob's idea and we add the 3 trees coming around the corner. We get the fence on the property line and the fence across the front as noted. And we switch the trees to my favorite sugar maple, but either maple or oak. I don't care which. And we'll say at least a 3-inch diameter tree. Okay? So you're comfortable with that, Bob? You comfortable with that?
I think that's good because the corner diagonally to the neighbor, the other one that sent the letter that was not completely happy. And
Okay.
I think if they see the corner, they'll see trees on that.
And
side of the house.
They may be thankful and be whoever owns this house in 20 years, considering what could go next door. Because if that's
May
a
have
40
value.
yes.
That's-
So,
I can say, I mean, again, consider through the chair, this is a UCBD district. Single-family homes are either allowed by special permit, I think, or maybe not allowed. I'm not looking at it. This is a use that is continued, right? So if this use being single family, had that had gone away, you might be in a completely different situation where the only reasonable use of this property would be a much more intense use of the property.
That's correct.
I know that the neighbors aren't gonna like to hear that. 'Cause I'm sure it sounds threatening and I don't mean it to be. But that is the reality. Also, through the chair, I'd ask the board, what are you considering with regard to that fence? My concern with having a 6-foot stockade fence on that property is it is not in the front side of the property as is shown in the plan. Are you considering keeping that?
No, it stops at the corner of the building.
Okay.
It terminates at the corner of the
Doesn't go
building.
across the whole front.
There's no room for it in the front.
Right. I'm just concerned, it's not, I mean, it's not gonna if the future homeowner or current homeowner wants to have a fence wherever they would like to have a fence, that's fine. Requiring it, I'm not so sure, just because I don't think it's going to provide you anything.
It's too close.
You're still going to see the house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
The
true.
fences are
That's
gonna
right.
provide-
The fence, I think, is gonna create more of a presence on the street, especially if it's a 6-foot
White.
white vinyl fence. It's gonna really pop and really draw your eye to it. I feel like you're gonna notice the house. If the intent is to not notice the house so much, you're gonna draw attention to it.
Instead of fencing, a row of low shrubs. I just want to cut the bottom off.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, of course, it would be nice to have a row of 20-year-old white pines, right? That.
Oh, God.
That'd be the-
Yeah.
White pines, we can't
so
require
fast,
that.
it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Postponements for 20 years.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly. So, no, understanding that's not an option, right? But I don't necessarily, I mean, it's a pleasure of the board. I don't necessarily think a fence is going to accomplish anything other than just requiring extra cost.
All right, how about this? So you see the small shrubs he has in the front of the building? What if he also wraps those around the side on that southern wall?
Say that again?
So he's got the shrubs in the front of the building.
Yeah.
So that, it does actually make it look a little small. What if he has to continue it on this side And then what I would say is right by where the deck is, maybe put an loose end. And that way it would shield the deck and give the deck privacy from the street.
I think that's all well good, whatever you want to do with the landscaping is, I think that they're all good options.
It actually might be cheaper for you than the fence.
Probably.
He probably just saved you some money.
You're welcome, for what it's worth.
I just wonder if my concern that the birch trees as drawn here, they seem to me to be in danger of the root inundating the
What about
basement
What about
eventually.
crab apple? What about crab apple?
I'm not no arborist, but I've experienced this before. And if you move them further forward towards the easement, then you've got problems with the property line.
Yeah, absolutely.
So are these placements realistic? Are the arborist recommended placements for the tree? I imagine the trunk would be in the middle of the little circle.
I think the challenge with birch trees is they're not like really big bushy trees. They're-
Yeah, they don't have-
That was not wide. Yeah, because all the other trees that we were discussing, either the roots will grow too big and go into the foundation and ruin it down the road, years to come, or it'll go into the house and damage the roof line or that part of the house.
So you've chosen trees which obviate that. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you have chosen trees that will make
Yes.
that not such an issue. Okay, but that's a split.
I mean, we did ask for Mr. Rivera to get,
We asked for a plan.
we asked for a plan.
We
Yes, the thing is, yes, we asked for a plan, we asked for some better expertise in coming up with this plan, and we didn't get that.
We did actually ask for a professional. I just read the minutes.
We asked for a professional plan, we didn't get that.
Let's see, I thought I specifically said we didn't need a landscape architect.
Not
That's what I recall.
certified landscape architect, but some professional arborist or some kind of
So
someone
he would have to try,
specified,
instead of us trying to see.
that's all. I mean, I have no interest in prolonging this, I know we don't want to prolong. I know. I think this plan is submitted is not gonna do it.
Well,
That's all.
I'm just trying to get this
I know,
cleared because
I know.
he obviously consulted with someone for what species of trees. Probably just the landscaper. I don't know if we have a degree in landscape. Which is, but to serve the purpose, he's right, the root ball on a poplar is not, I'm not, on a birch and poplar, both of the root balls are very small. Poplar particularly so. My preference is actually something like a dog. It's a short tree, but it's a full tree, you know what I mean? You're not gonna see. But I think if we take what smaller shrubs he's got around the front, also go on the side of the building, do your plan for the three other trees. I would like one say arborvitae, two by the porch, screen the porch. I think that that's going to cover what we want. We know what's coming next. Tossing this thing back around. I've worked for landscape houses. I don't often have this.
This is. No, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, through the chair, just to make a record of it, you did receive comments from an abutter today that were forwarded to the board. I believe it was a condition, requesting a condition about lighting. That it,
Yeah, the downlight, and that would be absolute. And actually, it's by law and English to be downlight.
if you have anything, yes and no. Our bylaw requires commercial uses. To that.
That's what we're referring to is how much light pollution can leave the property. all the rage right now is that everything goes straight down. Want to see an amazing
How
example?
high it is on the house.
What's that?
How high it is on the
Yeah, and
house.
it's hitting,
Yeah.
it's 1.5 feet from. Yes, so it should be not above the 25 foot, that's the. So it's
They should go down.
down, yeah. But basic, frankly, it's a pain in the butt to change any light bulbs that's up that high.
It's not going to be that high though.
Yeah,
No,
The butter who suggested that, I believe, is on the call. Would you like to hear from her?
sure,
Bill.
absolutely.
And if you're on the call, can you unmute yourself and
Introduce yourself.
talk about your requested condition? Oh, I can't. Hold on, we can't hear you. I gotta fix something. All right, and try and say something now. No, it's still not working. Sorry. Hold on. Oh, the problem is that the speakers are not on. So I have to do something that IT told me to do. And play something with sound through so that it just plays. So I'll see if I can queue up some. And try and say something.
Ooh, what are you getting?
this meeting just went in the wrong direction.
What are your plans for unsticking socket?
And can you try and speak, please? Oh,
Try chatting with her and see, oh, she's muted again.
she's muted.
Oh, myself.
Zoom also has audio settings.
You know, what's his two years?
Oh, well,
No. Teams.
Fortunately, she was very clear in this.
All right, and if you're talking, we can't hear you. If you could try typing into the chat, that'd be helpful.
Thank you for the email, that was informative.
Just for us, speakers, just for kids.
She's probably not talking.
She's
So
giving
that's
up
not
on it.
Make sure her mic is on remotely. Should be able to control it.
Her mic is on.
Just you.
She's typing.
You still on the tech committee? You still on the tech? You still on the tech committee? You still on the?
No, the tech committee disbanded itself. That doesn't answer your question though. Do I know what to do with this? No.
Okay.
We did the job. Now we have Chris, Aaron to,
I know I was gonna say,
we were doing.
they were looking to redo the message board. And I told them I had to finish. And I think we heard you.
It works. It was working. It was just, it's on Ann's end.
Oh, okay.
Hello, I was asking if the lighting I was asking if the lighting could be lower than the height of the eaves, not have a floodlight shining out. Thank you.
Yes, tell her, well, I would say yes.
I think she can hear us. We just-
Yeah, absolutely.
We can.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was. I just didn't know if she needed to elaborate or not. But sounds like she's good.
I'll say yes.
What are your thoughts?
Can she hear us?
I think put the bushes across the front, down the side. And there's no guarantee on how long they'll live or how they'll grow, so we go on forever deciding what's gonna be there. Might not help.
Can we include, would you be okay including lots, street trees?
Yes, I think something on the side should be.
Okay, I can live with that. Mike, can you live with that?
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Okay, all right.
Can you list out the conditions for me? Because I heard talking.
Okay.
and I-
So per Mike's suggestion, we're gonna eliminate the fence. But we're gonna, and I'll give you my sketch. Bob's recommending 3 more trees in the front, say oak or maple. that are off to the side, like the left-hand side of the property. Basically, I circled them on my little map here. Okay, that you extend,
I'm sorry, towards the inside of the property?
come on up, I'll just show you it. 3 more trees along here, so basically along your tree, along your fence line.
So. the
1,
thing
2, and
Is this, that this driveway is kind of low and the grade here, this way, car has access, so in case they have an extra car that wants to use it here, so there's no way up
So-
the street.
then let's say here. Okay, and then here, so I'll do a circle X.
So you have trees to this side.
We're still gonna want to get this so that when you're driving by, the sight line cuts the size of the tree down. Then,
One of the pictures we can give in here, is this from the neighbor's house?
yeah, it looks like it's, that's a
Yeah,
window.
the neighbor across the street.
Yeah,
So that's a
So I
window
mean-
mullion.
yeah, so one thing is we want to cut down from this
From this perspective. So we're talking, see how you have the smaller bushes down here? So under, now. And then as we get to the, where the porch is, I'm gonna put A's for arborvitae's, because that will be like some sort of shield, something that gives like a privacy screen. So that the neighborhood is not seeing that it's, they're like $35 a piece. It's a lot cheaper than the fence.
They grow fast.
Okay, and they grow fast. So we're talking 3 trees, bushes along here. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably 8 or 9 bushes. Yeah, as you come around the corner so that what I'm trying to do is knock the bottom off, make it look visually smaller. And long term, these trees will sort of cut the top down, which is the actual problem that we had. Now, all lighting should be down lighting, so it does not leave the property. We don't want a 2nd story floodlight. On the deck, I will say, in all honesty, I have seen some, the lighting out there, down lighting actually works very well on a deck. Nothing's worse than sitting on a deck and having a spotlight right in your face. Okay, so whatever lighting out there, no big spotlights. Any lights you have around the building, down lights.
Okay.
That should be easy. Everybody sells them and they're very inexpensive. So that's the only conditions I know of. Mike, I'm gonna go to you first. Are there other conditions that we were gonna impose?
No, I think whatever you want to do with the landscaping is appropriate. I think the landscaping is the best way to handle it. Again, a stockade fence on top of that, like a 5-foot rise is going to not look good.
Okay.
The only other thing, I don't know if it was already a condition, that driveway, the other driveway was grassed over and disappeared.
Because I was just gonna ask about that. The original plan
No,
has no driveway. Mr. Rivera's revision has a driveway. So there are 2 driveways. So Why do we have another driveway?
Well, we can accept that, we can move it for now. Now, 5 years from now, if the owner come back and say, I want to put a driveway there. Okay. You could have.
It has an entrance. I mean,
Yeah.
the guys that are working there
Yeah,
actually
they just
drive
pull
right,
right up on the line,
they pull it right up to the backside of the house.
The hard part is from the house to the side property line where the driveway currently is only 15 feet. So that's not wide enough to get 2 cars if you have two people working. That's why they. But I'm okay
So
with
if he
saying,
wants to, and it comes back to the placement of the trees.
right, that's why I just said right here, here, and then here. So it still gets you 3. But just instead of being right here, it's here. That makes sense? Would you prefer it out here?
No, that's fine. I just wasn't expecting. Driveway because it was not in the original plan. That's my problem. And it was mentioned.
Are you planning on paving this driveway right now? No. So for now, if we delete it, that'd be all right? Okay, that work?
Later, we're going to make it a condition. It cannot be a driveway. Deleting it doesn't.
Yeah, but then they could do something stupid like park right in front of the house, which is, it's only 15 feet, but I've seen worse things happen.
We're trying to
Huh?
do it right, but
Yeah,
every time I come with something
Yeah.
else comes up, so.
yeah.
I mean, and the idea was,
There's no,
Oh, yeah, she was just confirming that the curb cut for the driveways, the right of the house is.
what's that?
Stories. We can accomplish 2-foot discrepancy as well. So I was gonna talk to Erica, sidebar, but I'll mention it for everyone else. I would suggest to the board, the application before you is pursuant to 4.2, note number 9, which I have highlighted on the screen here, which allows for the number of stories to be up to 3.5 and a maximum linear feet of 50. The original intent of the application was to accommodate for the 3 stories, above that half a story that was intended for after the last hearing. Remember the build, and I wasn't here for the last meeting, so I don't know how much detail you went into this. Building commissioner found out that they are at 27 feet, I think it was, or
27.
Could we say, or
25, but I ended up 27.
yeah, so, and there was, I know there was discussion internally with how to address the linear foot issue. After this, are we only voting on the stories, or should they come back for a variance to address the linear foot issue? I think that, reading this note, the special permit that they applied for is for 9 feet, which you can include the feet with that. If you are inclined to approve it tonight,
All in one.
I think you can do it all in one, is what I'm getting at.
So I think we kind of have finally got ourselves somewhat reluctantly, because we hate when anyone violates rules. I think we finally found ourselves where we're at as a board as a total. But you guys vote however you want to vote, so that's your right. Just
One thing you specified oak or maple, I would, again, sorry about the trees, but I think you just say fast growing deciduous tree expected to grow no more than 30 feet. I mean, I don't specify the species here. I think over specified.
I like the flexibility.
You said oak or maple,
okay. I just love them.
they said.
You said
I-
fast growing over 30 feet or up to 30 feet?
Sorry, this is you, but I'm just suggesting they're not towering over the house.
Okay.
So don't choose what's just not good.
Ian typing.
Just not even know. Those died
I'd
out.
love to see a horse just up there, but
Those
it's just.
just died out. All right, Eric, I'm gonna put this in your hands right now.
One other thing I had was the neighbor, Ann, I believe, had asked, in addition to downlighting, she referenced how high it is.
Yes.
As to how high
it's gotta be under the eaves.
Okay.
But usually when you put lights on the front of doors, it would be the same height of the door
Yeah.
tops, so that's usually, and anything above can't be no more than 15 feet out. I believe that's like.
All right. Put it in there then. Okay, see if you can make one.
Just quickly, and also wrote maples can tolerate road salt and something evergreen for year-round screening, which I think we're discussing.
Yeah, I think the road salt's important, considering how close this is to the road. I'm a big fan of rock maple. They're slower growing though. But they're very good hardy tree and they fit New England perfectly. Once it's really big, it's really big.
Do you want to mark up another map so we?
I think,
where these are gonna go, so that.
I think we just sketch it out at this point. We're already past the decision. I thought we had to get an extension for tonight.
You already, you received one to October 1st.
But we're not meeting till the 15th.
Correct, yeah, you should still do it tonight, yeah. And then-
So that's what I'm saying. So you have a new copy.
Yeah. So
Do you want a
what
red
this is
pen or
now
colored
a record
marker?
of-
Bill,
of
do
exactly
you want
what
a
we
colored
expect.
marker or colored pen?
Yeah, I have
Yes.
a really kind
You got a colored pen? All right.
The one thing about the species of trees,
Yep.
whatever you guys want, I think is great, except for Bradford pears.
No.
Anything besides a Bradford pear,
So I'm gonna put,
they all need to be torn out.
this is, we'll put a key. This is gonna be bush. Screen. It's a shrub. Spell that for buddies.
Yeah. If it's existing. I think all the new trees that should come. Should be needed.
.gov has list of trees appropriate for street trees.
Should,
Yeah, street trees.
Yeah, she's saying maybe the trees can't tolerate road salt.
Professionals should be designing this, maybe even are tree boarded.
Well, he decided against having
where did you want it
an
to
architect.
Somewhere in here.
Yeah.
All right. This is gonna be, she's gonna make a copy of it. So we have a copy and you have a copy.
I want to take a picture. This
So same idea, same thing.
Yeah, I can scan it and email it to you. Yeah,
I assume we're in the same zone as
I want to say
Westland.
deciduous tree. They're large deciduous tree.
I thought I say, is that okay with you? Not large.
that's 50 feet or taller.
We don't.
No.
we don't- What's that?
I said Weston has
He
a
said deciduous.
street tree list.
Deciduous trees like birch, maple, no,
Right,
preferably no more than 30 feet.
it just drops its tree, okay.
I don't know if you saw,
Under 50 feet.
I don't know if you saw the community comment. It's just saying that, we should have the tree warden involved.
Well, I would only, through the chair, push back. I don't think the tree warden should be designing it because that's Dennis. He's not.
He's not exactly the most tree guy. So,
This is a lot of hats.
all right,
Plastic ones.
now please, my friends, all right, pass that to Bob, and to you, Bob. Both of you take a look at that, make sure.
We think.
Word knows. That's probably we'll move over 10 feet. Whatever we said it was, this is, wait till you get it.
No,
You survived the 40B. You were infallible.
Still don't think it's right. Oh, trees. So
Same structures. No, no. It's there.
sure, yes.
The trouble is. All right, do you think you're clear on what you need to add to?
All right.
Whoever, go, that's your pen.
All right, I move that we approve the request for a special permit at 33 Bridge Street for allowing the roof up to 27 feet. Addition on compliance with the landscaping map as modified by the board, sketched out by Bill, which will provide a copy of that to you for the other conditions.
Third story.
Third story.
Third story. Yeah, third story. All lighting on the building has to be down lighting, nothing above 15. Any conditions we have?
15 feet from the base of the building.
Yeah.
Grade at the median.
We also talked about removing the driveway.
So the driveway's not there,
It's
right?
not there.
now, Right, so we're
But
gonna.
it's on the
Yeah, so it has a grade.
Yeah, and such a
They're parking trucks up.
curve is cut out of the driveway on the right, to the right of the house.
Which is,
Right here.
is it germane to the structure in terms of, to the violation that's in the structure? That's my question. Is the driveway germane to that? I don't think it really is. You know, light.
Well, I think the concern with the driveway was that there was gonna be more than one, and that people were parking everywhere as opposed to one dedicated. I think that was the concern last month,
I wonder if, yeah, I should.
is that people were parking everywhere and
But eventually it's gonna be
looks mad.
a family.
Right.
Construction is.
Right, different story.
And bad.
But I think that was the conversation.
You're gonna love what goes
Wondering if DOT is just gonna put a curb there when they come through. Or if they are going to keep that curb cut.
Well, we have to keep a driveway for the house, correct, because of the street?
They'd obviously keep the curb cut with the paved driveway
Oh,
that
because
serves
it's
the
not
house,
paved.
because
Okay.
it's obvious.
Okay.
But that one's less obvious, so I wonder if they even caught it, they might be
Mike
putting
got
the
this
curb.
long-term
I was gonna
view
say,
where
if you look
driveway's
at
gonna issue.
From near Mount, I think it's more clearly identified.
Because if you're going to try to fit two cars in there, you want to park on that street on that. I don't even like a whole lot on that street.
140.
So what are your thoughts on the driveway? Should be included?
Yeah.
Yes, no. So we don't mention the driveway, which we can do, just not mention it. Because this, he's not asking for a driveway. All right. That your motion? If Mike, you think we're covered everything?
I think so, I mean, you're annotating the plan, you covered the lighting, you're not gonna require the fencing.
Thank you for that suggestion.
I don't- were you going to specify the trees at all, or the types of landscaping?
I put deciduous tree.
Do you require a
I
professional-
could spell deciduous.
Bill
I
noted tree under 50 feet,
professional
noted
to
where
design?
bushes are, and he noted places for screening,
Screen trees.
shrub, light arborvitae.
Could a contingency be that they have to have a professional design the landscaping based on your suggestions?
How many people in town have a professional designer landscaping? I mean,
You have a landscaper that's a professional design.
but a stamped landscape architect.
We just spent $2,800.
Yeah, sadly, that doesn't take into account, but it's just, having been a landscaper. I can play about that. I've been, sometimes when I'm asked to build things, I'm given a napkin with a sketch on it.
But as the building commissioners be looking for what we want, he's gonna say, well, trees are supposed to be here.
Well, if we say deciduous,
But is that, I was gonna say, is that a building commissioner function when he's performing
well,
inspections?
only in this particular case, it would be because it's a conditional. So it is,
Do we have to phrase it that way?
do we want, I mean,
These have to be in as a condition to grant a building permit.
it's not a building permit that's already been
Okay.
granted.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
The
What I-
landscaping has to be in, this landscaping has to be in before an occupancy.
we can put those
permit
notes in the
is
permit
granted.
and I can
And we'll
upload
put that in
that
the-
sketch into the permit as well.
You can have that thing that exclusive.
Yeah.
What I can't do is, a redraft and send it back to her.
So it's like an official copy.
Yeah, that's correct.
That would be helpful. That would, so it's in the file.
Into permit and COO pending that this is approved.
Okay. Motion, anyone want to second it? I'll second it. Michael?
Aye, like go.
Linda's aye.
Both Hume's aye.
Oh my God.
How many months?
Hold
Don't
on,
change anything,
And-
or build it any higher, don't stick with it. All right.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Under normal circumstances, we would have to wait 20 days and then on the 21st day, continue with the third floor load. Can we continue now?
You're
Well,
still
no,
on,
we gotta wait.
Well,
Just
it's
make
at their
those
own
adjustments.
risk. It's at their own risk.
it's theoretically at your own risk anytime. If you've been allowed to continue at your own risk anyways, this whole
We
time.
haven't done anything on the third floor. So
You can continue, any neighbor has a right to appeal it for 20 days. And we don't have any ability to change that number. We don't, that's a sentence, so. So we don't have any right to change that. We can't reduce it to 10 days or 5. We don't have that authority. But at least if we found a solution, and we've addressed some of the neighbors' concerns. We now know where the actual boundary lines are. And we have a plan for lighting and a plan for the trees.
It sounds like one of the abutters, Ann, who's present, is a master gardener and has experience with this sort of thing.
You know, the funny thing is it could be the best thing, like, I know you're the contractor coming in, but for the person that's gonna own the building, getting local neighborly goodwill is wonderful and always. I know it's a pain for you, but it might be really worthwhile, long-term, for who's ever in that house. You gotta pick a tree anyways. And, you know, this time of year, it's not going to, this is the best time for trees because they're trying to clear out their stock. I'd say another 4 weeks from now, the trees are gonna be as cheap as they are during the whole year. And the bonus of it is, it's the best time of the year to plant. Fall is the absolute best. But I would take, if you can take advantage of that, this is where for the owner, getting good neighbor response well with it. It really is. I have a very close relationship with my neighbor behind me, who I got my land in. And I'm right on those 30-foot lines in the back, 15 to the side. Her goodwill has been well worth it. Really nice to have a nice partner there. All right, we have some minutes to approve. I believe.
July and August.
They're kind enough to send us out both of them. And I looked at them and very, very good. Mike, I didn't realize you had a program that you put in the classes lines. Oh, if you don't think it's
Is this like what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Oh, your summary.
The review memo.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't realize it was all canned. I was always impressed there.
That's just strike through and Mike's software. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fancy.
fancy. I'm like, okay.
Got it?
I know, I like to keep it in there because I don't, I use the same template for, so I don't want.
They're all set?
Yes.
Yeah, those are set.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You know, with ChatGPT to make it
What that
look.
gentleman had.
He goes
He's
with,
Nelson, he's with.
You can always use ChatGPT to make
I
it.
just have one comment on that.
Use ChatGPT.
Last month.
About which one?
Last month, your minutes from last month. You have me voting and everything, but you don't show me being present.
That's quite the trick.
You are magical.
We've already talked.
I
about
missed that
Where
one.
are you? You did it now.
Present the month
No.
before.
Oh, in person. Oh, I missed you. I'm sorry. How could I miss you? There you go. That's okay. I got my bobs wrong. I messed up my bobs.
Just noticed my name is misspelled.
Uh-oh.
Just at the top of each page. Throughout the minutes, it looks like it's right. Just at the top of the first page.
R-E, oh, okay. Maybe.
Yeah.
I just looked up everybody's name.
Got me in it.
Got you.
I will say, I'm glad you guys are thinning down the minutes.
I
because-
saw the other minutes and I was like, do I have to do that? He was like, no, absolutely not.
Sorry, but I was not here in July, so you need to take me out.
You were not here in July, that's right. Sorry about that.
I just noticed that, sorry.
Originally, the
Nope.
minutes were incredibly short, like the whole thing was like one paragraph.
It should be a summary of the event, not every
Right.
word.
We're filming the.
Like you can watch it. Obviously, if I miss
That'd be fun.
anything or if we want more detail, let me know. But when I saw the other minutes, I was like, I'm not doing this right.
Last month's is worth watching.
Oh, yeah, except you can't because the screen's black.
I think the one I should go back to was that original 40. Oh my God, that was hairy,
These
Yeah.
meetings are all taped.
Yes.
man. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're on
I posted on
YouTube.
YouTube.
It actually is useful in case somebody misses a meeting and can watch it and therefore can vote on that.
He didn't miss it, he was on the minutes. He didn't miss anything.
No, it is funny because, so there was something, I forget the name of the rule, this rule that allows you to watch it. And none of us knew whether the town had ever passed it. And Denise downstairs was like, of course we passed it years ago. So, and the COVID.
Yeah. Thank you, Anne, for your suggestions.
Yes, is she still there?
She's off.
Oh, okay.
She heard you.
We read all of her.
It's like we're making sausage.
Can't believe this, no
Right,
forever.
So, Mr. Hughes, would you like to make a motion on the August minutes?
I can't.
They were here, sorry. Bob, why don't you make the August minutes and we'll have Michael do the other one.
Motion to approve the August 20th minutes.
Okay, as amended, here we go. I need a second. Second,
I wasn't here.
you weren't here. Bill, I
He wasn't
was
there.
there.
I don't think I was here.
August?
Oh,
No.
No, we're talking about July.
Oh,
I'm talking to August.
We were talking
Yeah,
about
August. Oh, it said August.
August.
Yeah,
You
there
were
we go.
here, not-
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, said August. All right.
No, still, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
and then
July.
As
No, I'm
amended.
gonna go back to my main staple. He's always here. Okay. Just teasing. You were not here in July. Who was here in July that wants to make that? Bob, you were here in July. Why don't you make this one then?
I would recommend that we accept the July minutes as read.
Oh, my God. Were you here?
Second it.
You were here.
I
Good.
was here.
You're actually visiting. Okay, so it's been motioned and seconded.
Bobby, was I?
Bill Andrews, aye.
Not here.
Not here. That's still enough.
We got
That's still enough. We just, we only need, these are non-contentious. Actually, wouldn't 3 be enough? The 3 out of 5?
Yes.
Guys, thank you for finally getting through that nasty one. That was-
already been told how to vote once.
Do you want to?
Oh. All right,
Motion to
So
close.
that's the chair.
Second.
Can the chairman actually make a motion?
Yes, he said you could just close it.
You can just, you're the chair, you can just close the meeting.
Really? I didn't know that.
Ooh, that's one.
You didn't tell me this. Wow.
I second.